Good morning. Has this video started or not? I'm not sure. Yes, I think it has. Anyway, good morning. Bettina here. So, today I would like to share with you the Betty Erickson self-hypnosis technique, so called after the wife of the legendary hypnotherapist Dr. Milton Erickson. This technique has helped me to go into a meditative space when before I always felt I either fell asleep or I just couldn't get the shopping list out of my head. So I found this really helpful. I um, I do that particularly often outside, sitting on a log in the park or on a park bench, but you can do it anywhere. Of course, there are many other ways to meditate that don't mean you need to sit still and, just work on emptying the mind, which is so difficult for many of us. For example, if you don't live too far away and you have a chance to join me in one of my walking meditations, they are particularly beautiful as well. But today I'm gonna introduce you to this self-hypnosis technique. Okay, so to start with, what I would like you to do is sit comfortably. Um, don't lie down because that usually just means we fall asleep, which is not, it's restorative, but it's not meditation. Sit comfortably. Make sure you're warm enough because otherwise that will disturb the meditation. Um, Make sure you're not disturbed. And you can put the phone or the computer wherever you are watching this, put it aside because all you really need is to listen to me, and at some point you will close your eyes anyway. What else do I need to say? Yeah, I'm gonna lead you through the whole of the meditation, which is about 20 minutes. What you may find is you may well sort of at an earlier stage than the 20 minutes find that you sort of begin to lose what I'm saying. You drift off, and that's fine. Just allow this to happen. Um, the whole point is that you use this meditation, and at some point you're going to be in this deep trance, and that will, the more often you practice this, the sooner this will happen, the quicker it will happen. So the whole meditation is going to last about 20 minutes. When you start doing this yourself, because that's the whole point, self-meditation I'm showing you now, but then hopefully it's quite easy. You can do this yourself anywhere. Um, and so what you would do when you do it yourself is sit down comfortably. You set yourself a time frame. You say to yourself, I would like to meditate for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, whatever. And you'll be surprised how good your body clock is at actually bringing you out of the meditation at this stage then. So that's the first intention. The other thing you can do, which is nice, is to set yourself an intention for the meditation. So you're asking your unconscious that you actually are accessing by getting out of the mind to do something for you. You could, for example, say, I would like my body to send healing to my stomach if you have a stomach upset, or I would like to find peace and equanimity before the Christmas bustle properly starts. Or you could set the intention to say, I really would like help with this decision I need to make, and um, find it difficult. So you can set an intention for the meditation if you like to do that. Okay. Yes. Let's begin. Um, I think that's all I need to say to start with. If you have questions, if you come out earlier for some reason, questions or comments, just leave them in the comments and I'll answer them either at the end of this session or afterwards. So just enjoy and be open to the experience. Okay, now as you're sitting comfortably, hopefully, and warm, Have your eyes gently open. Don't stare anywhere, just sort of look into the distance and allow your eyes to rest on one little thing you notice. It could be a speck of dirt on the wall, or the flicker of light on a leaf of a house plant, or a button on your television. It doesn't matter. It should be about um, 2-3 meters away, easily in your field of vision. So let your eyes just softly scan the room and rest on a spot. Doesn't matter which one. And now you give this spot your whole attention, this speck of dirt on the wall, if that's what it is. You've never noticed it before. You've certainly never given it attention. And I want you to sort of sink your whole attention, your whole being into noticing this particular spot on the wall. And once you have taken this one in, just allow your eyes to gently move on, scan the room, what's easily in your field of vision, and rest on another spot. Anything will do. Any little reflection of light, color in the carpet, whatever. And once you have given your full attention, your full curiosity to this spot, again allow your eyes to gently scan the room and come to rest on a third one. And your job is not to notice this and say to yourself, I need to scrub this away, or make any judgment of this spot. All you need to do is notice it. And after you've given your undivided attention to this spot, it is time to turn your attention to your hearing. Just become aware of the sounds around you and pick out one and just give your whole attention to this one sound. Again, it's not the point to name it, judge it as beautiful or annoying. Just notice it. And then let your attention move on to another sound that you pick out. Just become aware of it. And then let your attention move on to a third sound. And if indeed there were no sound at all, then just become aware of the stillness. And then it's time to move on to your physical sensations. And just become aware of something you feel in your body. It could be anything again. You may notice how your right index finger is touching your left hand, or the chair when it's resting there. Or you may be aware of how your right foot is touching the floor. Any sensation in your body, pick out and focus your whole attention onto this sensation. And then allow your awareness to move on and rest on another sensation. And you will be surprised how many sensations there are that you never become aware of during the day unless they become painful, for example. And then let your attention go in search of a third um, sensation. It may be something as simple as feeling how the air streams out of your nose and touches your upper lip. It doesn't really matter what it is, just pick one and pour all your attention into it. And then it is time to go back to your sense of vision. So if you have closed your eyes, that was premature. Again, with a soft gaze, just let your eyes move through your field of vision and come to rest on one particular point. And take this point in with all of your curiosity. Pour all of your attention and being in this one single point. And once you feel that you have taken it in and you know when it's time, then allow your eyes to move on to another point. And now it is time again to move on to your sense of hearing. And again, of all the sounds in your environment, just pick one that you really pay attention to. And then allow your sense of hearing to move on to another sound. And then it is time again to move on to your sense of kinesthetics, feeling. You may be aware of where exactly the chair you're sitting in is supporting your back. And what that feels like. And your whole being and attention is focused and concentrated in this particular spot. And then allow your awareness to move on to another sensation. Just become curious what you can feel and become aware of, and it could be the way your lips are resting against each other. And now it is time once more to enter your sense of vision and let your gaze come to rest very gently on one particular spot. It may be a spot you have noticed before or a new one. It does not really matter. Just pour all of your attention and awareness into this one spot. And you may feel that your eyes want to close, but it is not quite time for this yet. Just keep looking. at this one spot before you gently segue to your sense of hearing. And again, concentrate all of your awareness into one sound you pick out in the environment. And then, while still having your eyes open, notice again a physical sensation. Anything you notice is fine. And now it is time to allow your eyes to close softly. And be curious about which image arises on the screen of your lids. Allow a beautiful, joyful, soothing image to rise in your imagination and look at it. Anything will do as long as it's a beautiful, soothing image. And your unconscious mind will surprise you by what it offers to you. Pay attention to this image as you have done before. And after you've taken in this image, become aware of a sound connected to this image that rises in your imagination, and hear it. Be really curious about it. And then find yourself feeling the sensation connected to this image. Perhaps you notice how you touch something in this image and what that feels like. And now let your attention move on to your vision again. And looking at this image inside your eyelids, scan it and pick out another detail from what you've seen before. And then become aware of a sound connected to this image that you hear quite clearly. And yet another sound. And now allow your attention to move on to a physical sensation connected to this image. What can you feel? And how does it feel like? Just one sensation to become aware of. And then allow your attention to move on to another sensation. And then allow your attention to move on to yet another detail to see in this image. Something you hadn't noticed before, perhaps. And then move on to another detail. There is so much to notice, so many tiny little details you can be curious about. And allow your gaze to move on to yet another detail. Take it in just with curiosity. Give it all of your attention. Before you become aware of a sound that finds its way to your hearing, to your awareness. Just be surprised by this sound that you hear so clearly now. Before this sound is replaced by another sound, perhaps you hear them both at the same time, and allow one to fade to the background and focus all of your attention on just one of them. And then allow your attention to move on to yet another sound. And then become aware of a physical sensation connected to all of this. Maybe notice where you sit or stand. It doesn't really matter. Scan your body and pick out one sensation that is connected to this image, this experience. And allow your attention to move on to yet another physical sensation. Be curious about what your body offers to you. And then let your mind wander to yet another physical sensation that you notice connected to this experience. Allow all your being, your attention, your awareness to be focused and concentrated in this particular sensation. Doesn't matter what it is. And when you're ready, not before, gently notice how your awareness is coming up from where you've been, becoming more and more aware of the surroundings in the room. Gently open your eyes again, become aware of the sounds that are in the room, if there are any. You may want to shake and stretch a little bit, give a big yawn. And this was your experience with self-hypnosis. The principle is so easy to do, and you will find that after you've practiced it a few times, you will actually enter a state of um, trance, essentially, mindfulness, peace, fairly quickly. And then you can enjoy it as long as you like. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And um, yeah, if you've enjoyed it, maybe give me a like. It's been lovely to have you this Sunday morning. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and bye-bye.